Welcome to Stitches and Sundries. This is a Flosstube about cross stitch and stitchy goodness. This is episode, I couldn't remember, it's either 42 or 43. I literally sat here trying to figure it out, but I was already recording, so I wasn't going to look it up. So it's 42 or 43. I'm Lauren, and you can find me on Instagram at LaurenUpStitching. Come hang out with me and show me your wonderful projects that you're working on. Like I said, this is a podcast about cross stitch, so I have tons. It feels like tons. It's the most I've had in a while to show off. And I also have, so I have a finish, I have new starts, I have whips, and I have just a teensy bit of haul at the end. I'm also going to announce our giveaway winner here in just a second, and which was a weird experience. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Anything else? I and ah a lot, so you're gonna just have to deal with that. I tried editing it out one time, it was too much. So, let me think here. Life updates, nothing really happening. Been a nice, quiet couple weeks. In the summertime, we got together with some family, got together with some friends, but nothing insane happened, nothing, just like nice to see people. We did go, last weekend we live very close to a state park. We actually live really close to like 5 state parks. But there's one literally in our backyard, like a hop, skip, and jump into there. And they host an event called Art in the Park every year. And it was really great. We went down, I found some stuff for I have a gallery wall that I have been working on for a little while. I now only need one more piece. I print a lot of photos, I try and find local art. So I'm really pleased with it, and I need one more piece and it'll be finished, and I'll probably show it off on here. And I found a really awesome mug, which I didn't bring down with me, so I will have to drink it out of it next time. But it's really cool, and it's made locally, and it's got a local nettle flower on it. It's really pretty. And yeah, it was just a really nice day. It was like, it's been cool and like rainy here. So it's been not like blazing hot ridiculousness. It's been humid, but it's been a lovely summer, so I cannot complain. So now, let me go on to announce our giveaway winner. So if you did not see last episode, we are giving away, I didn't bring it down. I have it all packed up, that's why. But let me see here. Oh, I got all my sheets of 10,000 papers. Which I don't know if I'm going to be doing things this way very much longer, but such is life, right? Nope, I don't have them. I'm giving away these patterns. I'm so organized today. I'm giving away these patterns. So this is Pride Teacups by Lemonada. And I'm giving away this pattern, which is Infinite Diversity by the Happy Sloth Designs, and this beautiful fabric by Oblong Meow. It was a end of Pride, kind of like a pass on the stitchy goodness, Pride all year type of giveaway, and it's just really lovely stuff, and I hope so. The winner is Ringo Rolls, aka Ruth. So I will get with you, Ruth, and we will and I'll pass that along to you. And I hope you really enjoy it. And I hope you get. Also, Ruth mentioned that she loves straight up licorice root as her favorite tea. And now I'm like, I really want to try that. So that was really nice. The giveaway was really odd. I only had Ruth enter on YouTube, which is like how I asked everybody to enter, but I had 3 people contact me on Instagram because they had seen the thumbnail, which was weird, but they didn't win, so it doesn't matter. So that's it. I will send that out and get that to Ruth, and I hope everybody enjoys it. All right, stitchy goodness. Let's get into some cross stitch. I've got my notebook, and I have a finish that I don't have with me because, again, I'm so organized today. So I finished up July, the Larkspur. Put a picture in here. This was part of the Flower of the Month series by Maurer-Stroh, and it's now on my desk at work, which is why I keep forgetting to bring it home to film it. So there it is. It's beautiful. It turned out really great. I'm not positive by the end of it I was a huge fan of the white fabric. I'm definitely like repeating fabrics in it because I'm just pulling from stash for this series. But I might do the white again for Christmas for the red poinsettia. I think it'd look nice with the red and green and white. But I think it just looks really stark. It looks really bright compared to all my other ones that have been on more muted tones. Like I did a washed out gray. I did a natural like raw linen. I did black. And so this white just looks like really stands out. It also, because it's white, you kind of like notice all the little imperfections and how I finished it a little more. But I'm happy with it. I like it. Because it's bright white and I think it catches people's attention more on my desk, I've gotten more compliments on it. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I've liked having these on my desk as just a little bit. I think I say that every time. I like having them as a little bit of personality on my desk. So yeah, very pleased with that one. So that one is done off the list. And you know what, I'll just keep in that same vein. Let's do new starts because I started on the next flower. So let me see here. So this is August. This is what it's going to look like. This is Gladiolus by, again, Maurer-Stroh. These are all free on her website. And I've enjoyed stitching them. I'm adding a little to them. I add the title at the bottom. And this is my quote-unquote progress. I'm almost done. I am almost done. Get that in there. So, yeah, this has gone super fast. This is just stitched up so fast, whereas July seemed to be just, July was a lot of speckles, a lot of like color changes to make that like, you know, the ball of flowers going up. With lots of different blues, and they were just little hints of the color. Whereas this is like big splotches of red, and it's so bright, and it's so like lovely. I like that she's included an insect again, some little bees, and those get some back stitching. But yeah, I am almost done this. I am doing, the font I use for the title is Corners and Curls font by ScreamingHeartDesign. And I did this in, is it Weeks? Yeah, it's Weeks Dye Works Harvest Moon. And I think that looks really great. I think it complements, it fades a little into this natural linen, but I think once I put a backer on it and it's not quite so see-through, I think it'll stand out a little more. I'm trying to put it, I think it'll be a little better. Yeah, so I'm really happy with that. All I have to finish up, and I will totally finish this up today, is the border on the outside, and then that is ready to be finished on some sticky board. So these have been really fun. They go really quick. You feel like you're making progress. You feel like you're you know, I do a lot of bigger projects, so something this small just feels like I'm churning them out. It's a real motivator. You feel really good about having things done. So yeah, pleased with that. I can't get over those bright reds. Like, it's picking up pretty true. Like, these are saturated colors and they look really nice. So I think this will probably be another one that like gets a little bit of attention on my desk. Sorry, I realize you guys get to see the top of my head a lot. Such is life. Put in my beanie. All right, doing good. All right, so next new start. I have a little baby Dusty right here, so if you hear her wheezing, it's because she's just hanging out, being a good girl today, not scratching at all the door frames. Huh, Dust? Shouldn't care. So the next thing I want to show off, though, is actually kind of haul. Look at my new project bag that my sister made for me. And she was like, don't let anybody see the details. Like the edges and stuff are not as good as I want them to be. She's ridiculous. She's a ridiculous person. Look at this little charm she made. It's got little scissors. Try and put my hand behind it, but my hand is holding everything up. There's little scissors, there's a little glass bead, and a little pair of wings because it has these little chickadees in it. Yeah, so she made this for me in an evening because she's ridiculous and she's wonderful. And she was like, oh, like this, it's practice bag. It's gorgeous. It is so great. It is so perfect. So I am very pleased with it. And inside of it, I'm storing a new start and I need another one because I'm going to start something else new hopefully this coming 2 weeks. And all my bags are completely, I mean, they are taken up. So I started, get this up here, get this folded so it's visible. And I got a parked thread at the top, but I started Yule of the Sabbat Teapot series. These were a gift from my awesome friend AnImCrossStitch's Autumn. And they are, there's 8 for each of the major holidays in the pagan Sabbat. I always say Sabbat. And this is Yule, a little bit of Christmas in July for me. I am loving this. It stitches up like a dream. It is really nicely, these are by AnImCrossStitch, who's a Russian designer, I believe. And I now have a link to a place where you can purchase them as well, and I'll put that in the description. For a while, you could not find them, but the pattern that I got has a link to her store, so very pleased with that. Or to, I think, her friend's store that's hosting them for her. But anyway, these are really beautiful. Like I said, they stitch up really nicely. Look at the fade in that red teacup. That red teacup is dead center, so that's where I started. And it is just, I mean, it looks glossy. And let me get in there. The fade on the teapot is going to be really lovely. And so I started the teacups. I'm now working my way up the teapot, doing the foliage and leaves around the edges. And that down there is the banner. This is what it's going to look like. I didn't put that in there. That's what it's going to look like. And I started this kind of without thinking. I went through and I wanted them all to be on the same fabric. And so I picked, this is 28 count vintage snowy white from 123 Stitch. I was like, I want all, and I'm kind of surprised how small it is. Like, I measured out my fabric and I was a little generous, but not ridiculously generous. And it seems really, it's stitching up really small, but there's more to it. But, and however, I started stitching and realized that Yule, and Yule is the only one that does this, has a white spout. I'll put it up here again. Has a white spout and white handle on the teapot. And so you can see here, right there, oh, wait for the light to, you can see there is the start of my white handle, and it is going to get lost. Luckily there is black back stitching around, so I won't really lose anything. But I didn't realize that the white was going to be so, like, I didn't pay attention to that. For all the other ones, it will not matter, but for Yule, there's going to be a little bit of that. But like I said, there's back stitching. It'll be fine. I like this fabric. I thought all the colors would really pop against this. It's got a little bit of interest. There's a little bit of modeling to it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Like I said, it stitches up really quickly. I think I'm 25% done, and I only worked on it for like 2 or 3 evenings. Let me check the Bible that is the book. 3 evenings, 25%. Not even like long evenings. Yeah. 400, let's say 500 stitches, 500 stitches, and 250. And I'm at 25%. So there is a lot of back stitching. So like once I'm done the stitching, then start some more stitching. But it's going to be really lovely. I can't wait. So yeah. Really pleased with that. How did I fold this? And I am an organized, crazy person. So all my bags have little bags inside of them. and all the threads and I can just literally pick this up and go, except for a hoop, which, I mean, if you just stick one of those little hoops in there, you're good to go. All right, so that is my finishes and new starts. I also have 3 whips. And let's see here, what do I got? Okay, we'll keep in the theme. So my next whip is another teapot. This one I started not too long ago. This is Tea Time. It's a Riolis kit. There it is. And let me show you the progress I've made. Okay, I'm going to try and flip some stuff back so it's not quite so see-through. So there we go. I have really made some progress on this. No idea where I am. Like, I've made progress. I think this is a pretty hefty one. So last time there was just a little bit of this background done, and I think like this little square. So this time I've started roughing in the shape of the teacup. And I got time done, and I got the clock outlined. Yeah, it is really coming along. I love these colors. I'm loving these teals and browns. They're very pretty. I'm stitching this on 14 count. I think it's called Jute Ada that it came with. I'm using all the kitted wool threads, which are really interesting and fun to work with. Yeah, and so it's really coming along. I have been at work when I need a little bit of a break because I cannot get this one into Pattern Keeper. Other printed patterns, I can usually get some, like it's not 100% usable, but I can get something into Pattern Keeper. Not for this one. It just really hates it. So I have been, whenever I need a break from like mentally taxing things at work, I'll work for like 5 or 10 minutes on transferring the pattern into a pattern software so that I can get it into Pattern Keeper. I'm just like physically transferring it line by line, which is not like, I've found some mistakes I've made, but nothing huge. But I literally, like, I am struggling to work on it on the paper. Like, I'm losing my place a lot. So, and I don't want to. And if I have the time, like, and if I finish this before I get that done, like, who cares? But yeah. So yeah, this is not currently in my rotation. But if I finish up like the flower of the month or something like that, this will be inserted. I just kind of work on it whenever I have a free slot in the rotation. So it's coming along. I'm really enjoying it. This is my first Riolis kit, and I really enjoy it. It is a neat project to stitch on. So yeah, I'm just opening bags and being surprised what's in there. Let's see what's in this one. Oh yeah. So this next one is the CryptoNaturalist Sampler by ScreamingHeartDesign. There it is. And it has been a little while since I've had this one out. So I'm also going to insert, I'll do it over here. This is where I was last time. Just this little corner was kind of like started. And this is where I'm at. I am really pleased with how this is coming together. So I tested a couple different colors for my like complementary actual color, and ended up on This Is Weeks Dye Works Coloreds. And at first I was like, I think it might be too dark, but as it's settled in, I'm really loving it. I think it complements this fabric perfectly. This fabric is 28 count Crystal Highlands by Picture This Plus. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. I'm worried I did not leave myself enough edge. A little bit of panic about that actually, like every time I work on it. But because when I frame, I'm not going to leave a ton out here, I think I should be okay. I am loving the Art Deco feel of this. This border is very chunky and very intricate. Like there's just a lot to each skull. There's a lot to it. And so it's going a little slow, but it feels good. Like you see yourself building progress. So I think I'm going to try and go down this side next. Finish, there's like a separator here about this far down. I'm going to try and get the border down and then do the words and just kind of flip back and forth. But yeah, I am super pleased with how this is turning out. I'm in love with the sentiment of this piece, but also I'm really like enjoying the design and the stitching on it. Look at that corner. Like that just looks cool. Just looks like something I haven't seen before. So yeah, I worked on this. This is another one that right now I'm waiting on some materials to come in for my next big start. And so this is filling that spot in my rotation until, oh, look at that, you can see. This is filling that spot in my rotation until I get that stuff. So yeah, I am really enjoying this. And one of the cool things about that is she provides in the pattern, like if you do different color schemes, so like she provides, I think, blue, red, green, and yellow or something like that, maybe, and like shows how they change the kind of like feeling of the piece by changing a color, even though nothing else is changing. It's really neat. I thought that was a smart way to do it. Do you need up here? Do you need up here? Hang on, we have a visitor. Miss Dusty Rose. Little tail. She was very upset last night. Just cranky. And when she's cranky, for some reason that makes her cuter, so you have to harass her a little more, which doesn't help the crankiness. But I think she's over it today. Hello, ma'am. Are you gonna sit with me? I apologize. Tiny tail. I don't know if you guys can hear her grunting and snorting. All right, she's gonna lay on my lap, but we'll continue. Last one, last whip. This one, I have to put in here. So this is the Schoolhouse Sampler by StoneyCreek. I'm stitching this for my cousin, who is just received in the past year, she has received her principalship. She was a third grade teacher for, oh my gosh, we're all getting old. I think she's been third grade teacher for 8 years before that. And my mom was a third grade teacher for 35 years before she passed. And so the tradition of teaching in the family is very strong. And I wanted to get her something that kind of matched her style. She loves that like primitive style. And so I am doing this. I'm going to update it a little bit to be a little less 90s. But yeah, and it's been a little while. Here's where I was. Look there. Look at that little house. And here's where I am. Oh God, Dusty, I can't lean forward enough. Here is where I am. So I have done a ton of fill on the schoolhouse itself. Let's see if I can hold it here. Yeah, so all this red is new. I started on this tree over here, really got a lot done on that. I would say the schoolhouse is like 75% done. There's really not much left to fill in that red. I've got to do the windows and the door, but once that stuff is done, I'm pretty much done with the schoolhouse. And that is the most filled in part of everything else is like borders, small motifs. There are some hillsides and things that are tent stitch, which are, that's gonna go a lot quicker. So I think once I kind of get past this, I'm gonna be moving. There's also a ton of color changes in this. I move so much slower, it feels like, when I'm working on this than when I work on other things, just because there's so many color changes. Whereas I don't think that's going away. Maybe the motifs and borders don't have as much, but the kind of like realistic like shadowing and everything, That is in this piece, and I really like that. I've enjoyed stitching on this. This one I do have in Pattern Keeper. I was able to get it in there. But, oh my God, there's cat hair. Why is there cat hair everywhere? Who could possibly force themselves onto my lap while I'm stitching and get cat hair in every single project? You? Your little tongue sticking out. I obviously need to change the angle of this camera so that you guys can see the little toothless Dusty. But yeah, so really pleased with that one. It's really coming along. I'm hoping to pick up the pace on it. It is totally in my rotation for this month. And actually, it probably will stay because it's a gift and I'd like to complete it in reasonable amounts of time for a cross stitcher. Like, who knows what reasonable amounts of time is, though. So yeah, I am really enjoying. I don't know what it is about the last couple weeks, but cross stitch has felt so rewarding lately, and I don't know, like it's my favorite hobby. It's always, you know, a very rewarding, relaxing thing to do. It's a thing I enjoy immensely. But it has been like extra rewarding lately. So I don't know what that's about, but I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Yeah. Trying to think here. I've got a couple pieces of haul. Nothing really crazy coming up in the world. Hoping to have some friends in from Delaware sometime next month, but other than that, that's irrelevant to you. Don't know why I mentioned it. Let's do some haul. Oh my God, I gotta stretch. Having a cat on your lap increases. So I have two little pieces of haul. This is some new fabric that I got when I bought the giveaway fabric from Oblong Meow. I was like, well, I need something for myself. So I bought this piece. This is called Vintage Wallpaper. It's 14 count Aida, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. You going away? Okay, thank you, Miss Ma'am. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so pretty. It really does remind me of something that like was a print and now has like faded with water and time. So yeah, really enjoying that. Gonna find something fun and summery to stitch on that. And the other thing is this new needle minder from Witch's Garden Crafts. This guy, will you focus? You will not. It's a little death's head moth, which it's not showing very well with the light in the focus. It's a little death's head moth, and unfortunately it originally arrived broken. The magnet was not attached, and then one of the other magnet, the back magnet, had shattered into like basically sharp dust. And so I contacted her and was like, hey, I can totally fix this. Like, I don't mind gluing a magnet on, but just so you know, because every time this happens, it happens in batches. Like when you get a magnet that just shatters, you've probably got a bad batch of magnets. That has been my experience, at least. So I contacted her and was like, it's totally fixable. It's fine. But just so you know, the magnet did arrive broken. And she's like, pick another one. So I have another one coming. But I am super pleased with that. Originally, my sister was like, a necklace for me? I'm like, no, better for me, one first of all. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's a lovely little charm. I'm excited to use it on projects. And yeah, so that is all my haul. It was just very little bit of haul, a little bit of stuff that came in. Oh, I could show, you guys don't care, but I got new stickers. I got a Happy Mail sticker from Oblong Meow. I got a Cracker Jack sticker. We took my dad to a ball game and I got a Cracker Jack sticker while I was there. Oblong Meow also sends mushroom stickers. So she gave me, so that was there with my order. And I got this awesome new sticker from a local artist who does lino prints. And so this is a sticker of one of his prints. And it's just a really beautiful, like, forest scene. And I picked it up at Art in the Park. So I am really pleased. I am running out of room for stickers. I still have an interior. Like, there's plenty of room there. So I've got room to fill with stickers. Other than that, nothing really crazy going on, and you know, I think the world is slowly calming down a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. I guess I will see you all in 2 weeks. Nothing else really to say. I feel like I need a comment thing at the bottom. What do I need? Oh, I didn't think about this ahead of time. Oh well. Tell me what you're working on now. Tell me your favorite project in your rotation right now. Like, what's the one, if you're a person that like sticks to a rotation, what's the one when it comes up you're like, yes? Or if you're a person that is like much more fluid, what's the one that you're like, well, we just throw out a rotation for a while because this is the one I want to work on. So tell me about that. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Stay safe, stay sane. Bye, guys.